Oh God, that music is way too loud. Oh God, I had to mute it. Hold on. That's because I was playing with Tess yesterday. Sorry, you guys are muted. I was playing with Tess yesterday and it was way too... There we go. And now we're good. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So we had to quickly go live so I can, so we can entertain you guys and not have me stuck in a conversation I really don't want to be stuck in about a bunch of people that have too many similar chromosomes and
it's true.
And a bad,
it's true.
And a bad understanding of what having a pet is.
Oh
Anyways,
that part very true. The bad understanding.
That's the part that bothers me.
That's the part.
I don't give a fuck about all the other shit.
Yeah,
but that's the stuff
same.
that
also Carol Baskin killed her husband. So anyway.
Oh Jesus Christ! I don't even know who that is.
I don't care. I don't even care about that. Why breathe?
I
Why
want
breathe
you
them?
guys to know. I want you guys to know. I just said that to piss Scott off.
I just don't even know what it means. This is. I want you to understand. Okay, so I guess we'll detract for half a second on this.
I live in Florida. I've met her.
Yep.
He's also a hypocrite for making money off of the animals that don't have.
Yes.
Okay.
They're all screwed up.
Okay.
I'm
This
done.
is all without. So literally, this is what happens either yesterday or the day before. 2 days ago, my wife says to me 2 days ago, which was Tuesday. At one point in time, I went upstairs because I was doing work. So I come upstairs, and she says, "Hey Scott, should I warn you about Tiger King?" And I was like, "What's that?" She goes, "Okay, I will." Because there's going to be a lot of memes and people talking about some shit that you don't know what it is. Here are 3 names that you should know. The only one that stuck with me was none of them. I thought her name was Susan Basket, so I was wrong.
That's pretty close.
Anyways, 3 names that I totally don't remember. The show is called Tigerkins and whatever it's called, and they don't have teeth. And that's about as much as I know. And I was like,
I legit a little bit want to start a band named Carol Baskin Robbins.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I know a little bit about that situation because I used to listen to the Joe Rogan podcast and they used to talk about that kind of stuff. But
that guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
But anyways, hi, how you doing today? We're here for Aurorum Thronekeeper, session like 6 or something like that.
This is 7. We were on 6 last time.
Sure,
You were
7.
so close.
Does the stream? Does the title actually say 7?
Yeah, it says 7 on the stream.
Cool.
You got
I'm
it
all
right.
here.
There you go.
A lot of people are owed a lot of daddies, and you're owed a lot of daddies because you're amazing people, and you went and supported Tesh on his birthday. And I want to say a huge thank you to everybody that did that. You'll get them over the course of the next hour and change or so, because I'm gonna have to kind of like type them in and yell at this thing as it's broken at me. But there's more important.
Day and change or so.
Yeah, next day and change maybe, so that you don't have this session, so you can't kill Laszlo maybe.
Over the weekend. Over the weekend. They will be distributed.
There will be other opportunities to kill Laszlo with daddies. Let's just put it that way. He gets into shenanigans a lot. This won't be a one-time thing. Don't worry.
I was gonna very sexually say kill me with daddies, but I decided against it.
I mean, Docs, if you lived in New England, it really is the better place. I got you. Hi, Justin Blue. I'll answer that question for you, even though we're playing a different campaign on a different channel. Because last week, I don't know, some bullshit excuse, but we'll accept it. But yesterday, actual tech issues happened, and so that's why. Moving on. So we are playing Aurorum, and last time when we left off, it doesn't really matter most of the stuff that happened. Let's just say footprints were found, conversation was had, mushrooms were in some way consumed, and a little man is holding his stick in public.
Aggressively.
Actually, there's 2 little men holding their sticks in public.
At each other.
At each other.
Fitting into a bucket.
I do want to point out before anything else happens, we have already had some daddies get spent at the beginning of this session already.
What happened?
Yeah.
What are we...
Bro.
Oh, okay. Wait, okay.
Not you, Josh. Yeah,
What?
No, Josh. Okay, that just got turned into a trump card because you did it.
What are you talking about?
Josh just trumped you guys.
That's a fortune's favor. I can see it. I can read.
Yeah, but because he did it while active on the channel, it just turned into a trump. Whoop!
Is that a legit rule?
No.
No.
Oh God, I was
No.
like, my heart stopped until you answered that question.
I have to refund that now. Can you show a little nip or something for Ocklow? Because he already gave you an Aid of the Martyr and Prayer to the Gods.
Hold on.
Hold on, TOS. Actually, you're a boy. It's okay because you know
Hold on. Let me.
we're an even society.
There you go.
Go,
Perfectly
okay?
in view for all to see.
But I'm gonna cover it with hair now because I feel a little bit like a whore. All right, let's go.
I was like, wait, what is she? Oh. Okay,
Oh.
Josh, what do you do?
Wow.
Josh is sweating, and it's not Corona.
Sorry, chat. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna fire. I roll initiative. I said I was gonna attack him.
That's right. You did say, and I said you're going to roll initiative next week, didn't I? I
Yeah.
did say that, didn't I?
I could say I'm just gonna talk to him, but that would be a lie.
Cool. Let's pull that up. Why don't you roll your initiative for you have a little mini thing, don't you? I don't know if I actually ever made tokens for this game. I think we did. I feel like we did.
We have a perfect image for a new Chrysalin token.
Oh, really? Is it the one that you just provided for us, or are we supposed to use our imaginations now?
Yeah, go back to your imaginations now.
All right, probably better for all of us.
Definitely better for you. Chrysalin is smoking.
All right. Here we go. I am going to roll my. Oh, you roll yours first. You roll yours.
All right. It's just straight dexterity.
Dean Cuddy's here. Can somebody ban him, please?
Absolutely not. His new album is coming out soon, and I just want to advertise that while we're live. Sorry.
Cool artwork. I saw it.
He's one of my
Cool
best
artwork.
friends.
Wait,
have to.
Dean makes music?
Yeah,
Really
weird,
good
right?
music, too.
I mean, I don't know. I've never heard of him. I miss you, Dean. I miss you. Why don't you make YouTube videos anymore? You were the best YouTuber in the history of the entire website.
Wasn't he so good?
I'm not even joking.
I love Dean's content.
I was more excited. If you think of everybody I've ever met on the internet, I was more excited to meet Dean than literally everybody else. Literally everybody
He
else.
said that I was tied with Dean.
It was a lie.
Oh.
Yeah, he's.
I never
Okay.
expected anything for your value of meeting me, so we're good.
I'm a little
I cherish
hurt,
that picture
but
I have
can
of
take
us
it on the chin.
in the airport.
It's fine.
Back when airports were safe.
It's a good photo of us in the airport, where airports were safe that one time.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Oh, you beat me.
Ooh, baby.
Okay, so Laszlo.
Mom, get the
Scott, can
camera.
you scroll down and chat and on screen in the Firefox? It's not showing up on screen.
What's not showing up? Oh, I know what it is. Sorry, it's because we can't have a format like the other channels do, so it's literally an image I put over the box.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what it is. Sorry, I got it. And your initiative was 14, so you take initiative, sir. We are just to reset the scene for everybody that just showed up. Thank you, Silencio. Just to reset the scene for everybody that just showed up, you were walking, chasing down what looked to be an illusion, but you assumed it was an illusion over a person, that they were meant to look disguised self or the like somebody that they aren't. Then you attacked it from behind because you're totally a nice guy. Remember that, Green. He attacked the illusion from behind and went through the illusion and blasted off of a wall and whatnot because it was just that, an image, nothing else. And then you got attacked from behind.
That's for the second time. I'm going to say that I had to do will save. They tried to put me to sleep.
They did put you to sleep. They did try to put you to sleep. And then you whipped around, and you have your stick in hand, and you won initiative. Sir, what do you do? Talk.
All right. So first thing Laszlo's going to say.
I'm so sorry. Because you have Prayer of the Martyr, does that affect your D20 roll for initiative? It does not. All right, cool. You're good. Go ahead.
All right. I'm just going to say, I don't wish to kill you, but I can't let you go back and tell your superiors. And I'm going to do an arcane blast.
Oh,
Oh boy.
that's 6 magic stunt points.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Oh boy.
It's-
Is he just dead? Did
No,
you just
no.
kill him?
Oh boy.
I don't think so. Oh, I feel bad. I really don't want to kill this dude.
Don't kill him.
I don't have a choice with magic.
Think about Oscar. Think about his words to you. Don't kill this man.
Suddenly, you cast a powerful spell and get an erection. Life is good.
Well, you know.
It's
know what they
my
say.
duty.
Selin pops up around a corner. I smell dick.
Oh, Jesus.
Me. Individuals partaking in dick in this alleyway.
Let's see.
The first big PC to PCRP session that happens, I'm going to start handing out those daddies that I owe. And I owe so many daddies. So many
All right,
daddies.
so for 6, I'm gonna. Well, here's the thing, Scott. This is Arcane Blast. This is the standard attack, so it's not magic.
Okay, that.
Right.
Thank you for clarifying. I wasn't sure what it was called.
But I will do lethal blow.
Of course you would.
And then
Oh my God. Sorry. I didn't notice this until just now, but you actually.
don't say it's doubled.
It's
Don't say
double stun.
doubled.
Double stun. You actually have 12
This
stun.
guy.
You actually have double stun.
Why would you be upset about that?
You gotta.
'Cause I don't want to kill him. To be fair, I don't want to kill him, but I'm gonna. So I'm gonna do. Can I stack lethal blow or no?
You.
Does it say? I
you
think
cannot.
it says when you can.
Correct.
Okay.
Doxy
And
is
it
correct.
does not say.
But it doesn't say
Okay.
you can't take lethal blow and mighty blow.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll take lethal blow and money blow. That's 7. I'll also take threaten.
Well, hold on. You're not taking the dual strike or whatever it's called. Oh no, dual strike. I meant lightning attack, which is a hilarious
What's
name.
lightning?
You make a second attack against
lightning
the same
attack.
enemy.
Okay, but I have 12 daddies.
Okay.
All right, daddies.
Hey,
Step points. Wow.
Yeah.
I got a lot of daddies actually. Lethal blow.
You can do
Mighty
you can
blow,
do lightning attack
threaten,
as well
and then
as
dual
threaten.
strike.
Yeah.
So,
you can do
lethal blow,
mighty
mighty
blow,
blow, yep.
threaten, and lightning attack.
what does
Yeah.
threaten do?
Threaten. I strike a threatening pose, challenging an opponent within my choice within 10 yards of you. They must make an opposed. Oh my god, that's not gonna be good.
If you win, they must attack you in some way. Oh, why would you do?
That doesn't help me. Okay, I thought I was gonna I want to intimidate.
Well, the
them.
good thing about threaten would make it so they don't run away, so they have to stay and fight. But I mean, you know what I mean? I would ignore.
Yeah,
I would probably not do threaten. So 7 so far.
I would do defensive stance then.
That's
Or disarm. He has a wand in his hand. Disarm. I want to
Yeah.
disarm him.
Avada Kedavra. No. What was it?
Avada Kedavra.
No.
the
The
death spell.
Crucio. No.
No, Crucio is
What are you
is a
looking
curse.
for? What spell are
Cruciatus.
you looking for?
Kick of the wand out of your hand, but in Latin.
Expelliarmus.
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 Yeah.
I remember
It's
I started reading those
stupido.
books. I remember I started reading those books when I was in Latin class, so I'd look up all those words.
So 4d6 plus 4.
My goodness.
All right,
Do
hold on.
17 points of damage.
4d6 plus 4, 7. Jesus. Okay,
Yeah,
and then hold on.
because it's originally 1d6 plus 4.
Hold on,
and plus
Josh.
2d.
You did disarm as well. That equals 9. What else did you do with the other 3? I didn't hear that.
A lightning attack.
Oh, so you're attacking again. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So 17 fluffing points of damage is an insane attack. That's incredible. Okay.
And then what does disarm? Do I have to do a check or anything like that? You attempt to disarm
so
the target.
no.
I can't because it's a melee attack. Okay. So I'll just do defensive stance. Just give
We
myself a
should
plus
totally
2.
allow like a ranged disarm with a higher amount of stunt when I actually enhance the stunt options.
Yeah.
So what are you doing instead? I'm sorry.
Defensive stance, so it gives me a plus 2 to my defense.
Oh, that's huge. That's really good. Okay, cool. So
All
what are you
right,
doing your
so
last
then-
3 lightning? So you're making another attack roll, sir?
Yep, 11. I don't know if that one hits him.
Do you have any modifiers? So you have 2 modifiers. That's actually your 17 section 18 because of Prayer of the Martyr. And
So that's 12.
That's actually a 13 because you have aid and prayer. So you also have temporary health points. So you have a 13 total chance to hit. Do you want to use a luck die to confirm that you hit that with a second attack just to kind of like...
He's a mage, so no.
I mean, what do you have for health points?
I mean,
And
for
is-
defense, you mean?
No. Oh,
12.
I'm sorry.
For
defense?
it's 12.
But you're also not suited up with the same kind of stuff that you used to have, and you also were the one that was caught off guard, not
What do you
prepared
guys
for
think?
combat.
What do you guys think?
So
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not paying attention. I'm so sorry.
Does he
many-
use
how
a
many
luck?
luck-
He has a
how many
13
luck do you
total
have?
chance to hit, which is on that line of might or might not hit.
It's borderline.
You have
Roll
4
the
luck
dice,
dice.
but
If you-
not
if
the
you have four?
not the luck dice. I think leave it.
Yeah, this is an extra attack. I want to save the
Yeah.
luck die in case I
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
So 13.
Okay, 13 total is a miss. So you go and
I'm
you
sorry.
It's good to
you go and you blast at him with your chance to hit. You shoot so much electricity, so much power behind the electrical shock that you do because there's electricity for you. Yes.
No, this is the wand attack.
Oh, describe it then.
It's flavored electricity.
Thank you. So you have such a
but-
powerful electrical shock
yeah.
that comes off of it. It's one of those things where halfway through the arc, you actually see like a schism off of the arc. Hey-oh, there's a product placement right there. A schism off of the arc that like kind of juts out and then comes back forward and hits him as well. Unfortunately, that second one, he was able to, it's kind of like clip the barrel that he was hiding behind, kind of was attracted to a metal band on that barrel. The blow does 18 points of damage. That is an insane amount of damage, but not enough to drop the guy. You, of course, in doing this, also, you blind him just enough that, you kind of like are able to get yourself into a slightly better stance, making it more difficult for him to attack you. I won't lie, he was not expecting that attack to be that powerful against you. Nonetheless, he is now going to make his attack roll against you.
Excuse me.
Whoop.
That's my major action.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have a minor action.
Tell
I
it.
would like to I have to look in this sheet. Guard up. What does that do again?
Why don't we have a Schism Commands that has the link to your website?
Because I don't know how to do things in bots.
No, you're fine.
Am
Just
I a-
post the
am I a
website
mod?
on your mod.
I
Post the
am.
website on there, and I'll add the command.
Sure. I'll grab that for you.
I'm gonna aim for next turn.
Aim with your minor action.
Yep.
Okay.
So my next action is a range attack. I get a +1 to the roll. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Just finishing this command right here. Where did you go? Under S for Schism. Edit and give it a try, sir. Make sure it works.
Sure.
All right. So you it's now his turn. He takes that shock, and it is not a light. I mean, oh my God, it hurt. So click it and make sure it actually functions. It looks like it's a hyperlink, but you never know.
It takes you right where it's meant to.
Perfect, thank you, sir. So you take that hard hit. Oh, he takes that hard hit. You can see he's very rattled by it. But roll me a perception check. You actually get a. Let me just try to look at your character sheet here before I say anything to this.
I only have the illusion.
Yeah, no, I know that. Roll me a perception check, sir.
13. So 14, I think.
14 with the +1 luck. Yeah, skill, sorry. So yeah, you have a 14 total. You actually see that the electrical jolt that hit him, it definitely did hit him. There's no getting around that. You saw him take the hit. However, it definitely also passed through kind of like a magical barrier that was there. Come to think of it, that magical barrier is likely what caused the additional one to hit the band of metal next to him, because it was the path of least resistance for electricity, right? To the band next to him. Whereas the other one, whatever passed through definitely hit him, but maybe had some of its like a heavier charge reduced out of it. Your attack wasn't maybe as effective as you had hoped it would be. Moving on. So now he's going to make his attack roll against you. He, you see with his wand out, you can see it starts to well up, and he's going to throw a spell at you. 3d6 plus
14. Or, yeah.
Ooh, baby. You love to see it.
I got 2 stunt points, but
But you failed.
oh god, oh god.
Should have.
Do you have a daddy dice? Do you have daddy dice?
No,
Because you still can't hit.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh, he should have lucked it. You're right, Snaga. Oh well. All right,
Call our viewer snot.
Snaga.
Snaga. That's his.
It's
I
abusive
know,
Snaga.
he said snot at first.
He did.
It is. He
He
is.
said the
Well,
word wrong.
Continue
I'm sorry.
on.
I'm being really hard on you today, Scott.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I like hard-ons. So it's your turn there again, Laszlo.
Where's my dick? I'm gonna arcane blast. Oh, and I have aid. So did it go through? So that's a 17, 18.
Totally with 5 stunt points.
I'm good at magic. That's
I know.
what I'm good at.
You're gonna kill this man.
So your fortune's favor actually did go through, apparently. So that again, because it's that's not.
I'm gonna. Oh, I can't use the magic chart. Oh, I would love to dispel.
You didn't apply the. Just so you know, you didn't even apply the aim there.
I know.
So
That's why I
can
said
give you a
it
1
was-
plus the other 2. So, god damn it.
Yeah.
19.
All right. Well. Lethal
Five
blow.
fun points. Flirt.
Flirt. Lethal blow. And as I'm saying this, it goes, surrender, and I'll stop.
Oh,
14,
15.
15. Yeah, because of the.
So hold on, 15 plus what did you do before? An 18?
32.
Oh my
33.
god, before whatever factors.
Yeah.
He's
Once again,
dead.
you
He
notice
has to be dead.
you notice that there's a filter there that like it has some sort of effect on your magic, some sort of reducing effect. But you can also see like his hair is all standing on end. He's clearly got these heavy burn marks and chars. You can see he's kind of like dropped down, like he has a bit like clutching at his side. He is really injured. His wand is held very loosely in his hands, and he's like, oh god, and he's in so much pain. Like he's so much pain. That was your major action. He doesn't look like he's necessarily stopping or something. I don't know if you do anything with your minor action, sir.
I'm gonna aim again.
Okay. He's going to attempt to cast a spell again. This time he has a different modifier.
That hits.
Okay, perfect. So he takes his wand, slashes it a couple of times. You don't need a roll to see if you know what it is, because all of a sudden you see him disappear. Turns invisible. And you can imagine what he does with his minor action. It's your turn, sir.
Okay. So invisibility is an illusion spell in this game. Can I see him?
So what it is so you already had your goggles up, right?
Uh-huh.
Roll me a perception check with a plus 2.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice.
I don't know. I don't see the total. Some
That's
really. Let's just wait 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For the API to kick in.
Hold on now. Give it a moment here.
This math.
My
is
eyes
hard for me.
they're focusing.
There it is.
Like
What do you do with your 3 stunt points, Boyo?
I guess degree of success, I guess. Oh, actually no. No, you know what would be super useful right now?
Expiration, buddy.
Advantageous positioning. So I can get fucking close to him so that he can't get away.
Yeah.
Up to 2
No,
yards
I'm-
away from the place that you would normally lead you, discovery and respected it. You may.
Yeah.
So you want to what?
Times 3.
Do you want to speedy search that? Because that's only 1 out of the 3 advantageous.
I'm gonna stack it 3 times. I can take that multiple times.
Yeah, you can.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
That's basically
So
6
that he
yards
can't get away
Yep.
from me.
Yep.
Or,
So 6
I'm gonna
meters.
try.
Yep, cool.
Pardon me.
So yeah, actually, it's one of those things where when things are invisible, it's very difficult for you to try to pick them up because it's legitimately invisible. But so it's funny because the way that your eyes work is when there are illusions, there's a chance that your eyes see color the way that you used to see color before everything happens to you in the past. You see that brightness to it, that like beautiful coloration. He disappears, and so you like focus in the area, like focus. You know what I mean? Just like thinking, and all of a sudden you see very dull, kind of scintillating kind of colors, almost like a dull rainbow, kind of moving in a vaguely humanoid shape, moving away. You can still see your target because you didn't speedy search it. That takes your minor action to do that.
Okay. So for my major action, is he within? How close is he? Because I was able to move 6 meters or get within.
Yeah. You mean when you guys originally engaged one another, you were about 6 meters apart? You're saying?
No, I don't know how we were originally.
Oh yeah, I think it's.
But I'm
okay.
saying I
was
can
like,
move 6 meters towards him.
Yeah,
now
you
with
guys
advantage.
originally were like maybe like 12 or so meters apart from one another. You were a bit of a distance, right? So he would have moved his speed, which is going to be about the same speed as yours, which is where's Laszlo? 10, I think.
He's got a 10.
Yeah, so he would have moved about that away from you. So that, what did I say? 12 became 22. So you move 6. So it's
16. All right, so I have to arcane blast him. Okay. Yep.
Rip this guy, I guess.
I was gonna try to jolt him to stun him, but I can't.
Oh no, moving is gonna be your minor.
No,
action.
it's a minor.
Yep.
I used my minor to see him.
You have a major action left. Okay. Let's do it now.
Can I luck die that? I don't want this guy to get away, but
You have a
that's,
+2. That's a 12. It's totally worth it. Oh, no.
Absolutely.
we know 13 doesn't hit.
You aimed. You actually have a +3, so 13 doesn't hit. You're right.
Okay, yeah, luck it. Luck it.
Josh, and just to finish off what I was saying beforehand, you beautiful. Oh my god.
16.
Remove one from your group supplies. One of your luck die there. To finish what I was saying to you beforehand, Josh, you could have moved, double moved, I believe, with a major action.
Yeah, but no, I want to hit this guy.
No, I know.
Because I can't
you don't
let him
want,
get away.
you don't want to give him a chance to hit you. So you run up behind him.
I
and
can't
just-
let him get away. For all I know, he has a teleportation circle somewhere's hidden, and
I imagine with your 2 stunt points, you do a lethal blow, whatever it's called, the minor version of it. Don't adjust your luck die because you just got one back. I imagine you're going to lethal blow, whatever it's called, Josh.
I'm thinking about knocking prone.
Oh, okay.
That is responsible.
I'm thinking about knocking him down, and I'm gonna say to him again, "I can still see you.
Mighty blows.
Surrender." And so he gets knocked prone.
Oh,
and
do
then,
your regular damage. Don't forget.
Yeah,
Cool.
for 5.
5
That's
on top of the
minimum.
base 32, so that's actually 6. Says it with 38. And then you hit him. So you come rushing up. You do the blast and knock him prone, which there's no check against that, is it? He just throws him to the ground.
No,
Yeah.
just throws him to the ground.
Okay, so you knock him prone. It's one of those things. You see the scintillating image go flying prone. That doesn't make him visible. Taking a hit does not make you visible. And he's on the ground. You can see that he's scrambling, trying to reach around, trying to grab up his wand. But as you come running up from behind at him, he's trying to grab his wand. And by the time he kind of has the wand in hand, and he turns around and he's looking up from his back. You're standing over him, and he's just kind of like, shit, as he looks up at you and from his prone position.
Does he notice the eyes?
I'm sure now he might. Your gnomes don't have dark vision, or do they have light?
Yeah, they do. They do have dark
Oh, they
vision.
have dark vision. Okay. In this edition too.
Yeah, and this it's called dark sight.
Dark side. Okay.
It's
Sorry.
yeah.
So he'd look up at you and he's like, shit, but he might not necessarily know. My apologies. You might not necessarily know who you are yet. He just says that one line. Do you say anything? Do anything?
I'll say, drop your weapon. I don't want to kill you.
I mean, roll a communications on that one.
All right, Grisella.
Channeling the inner Chrysalin for
Flirt?
I just yell Grisella.
He's like,
Just-
drop your weapon. I don't want to hurt you. I want to do something else.
I
Drop
mean,
your weapon.
let
Don't
me
make
show
me
you
hurt
my
you.
wand.
I miss my people. I mean, 4. I don't know what you would want me to do with that, but
Success, maybe.
yeah, degrees of success.
I mean, you can do Tower of Will against him. You can stun silence, degrees of success.
I mean, I would flirt.
You sway the crowd.
I mean, I would
I
do
saw
Tower
that
of Will.
side eye.
Jesus, I would do Tower of Will.
Okay.
So I have a +1 on top of all the other modifiers.
So he because he's already lying on the ground and has the weapon up there. He slowly puts it down and it's by his side. You know what I mean? So it's still there. He can grab it down, but his hand's not hovering over it like nothing like that. But he does put it down next to him, and he's standing there looking up at you, cautious. Now you're not an idiot. You do know that somebody of his degree of magic very likely knows a couple of spells that they can do without a wand in hand, but they're going to be very limited in their degree of power and versatility and so on and so forth. So he puts the wand down by his side and is looking up at you. You can't really make out facial features or anything like that because you just see scintillating, somewhat bipedal, definitely translucent image on the ground in front of you. But you saw him do that. You see the little stick shimmering there.
Can I? All right, and I'll just say, I need you to know the truth before we continue, because I don't want you to die for no reason. This is a battle that's not worth fighting.
I give some sort of nonverbal reply.
They lied to us. They are constantly lying to you. I've seen it myself. They break the rules however much they want, and then they condemn anyone else for doing that. They kill for no reason.
Roll me a perception check.
I know he's probably not going to believe me because I wouldn't, but I got to try.
So that's a 14 total in your perception.
15 because Tower will. Oh, well, the Aid of the Martyr's gone, right? So just 14.
No, that's including prayer. Tower of Will, does that count for things like perception?
It's +1 any opposed checks if he's opposing me.
So if he's
then-
trying to hide anything with it, then
Yeah. So we'll say it's a 15. You can see a little bit of movements down by the middle of his section, and you think it's his arms. You think he's about to do a little incantation. You're no idiot. You realize he's very likely about to cast some sort of spell, a very minor spell. Roll me an arcane lore to see if you can kind of put 2 and 2 together beyond just PC guessing. Jesus, yes you do. He's most likely, but based off like the little details that he's doing, how much you know of him, the clothing that you saw of him in that brief moment, and everything, it's probably a flare. It's probably something meant to quickly give you like a flash of light to blind you, give you a chance to
and
run.
I'm gonna do shock blast.
Failure.
It is a failure.
Is it though?
I mean, I could daddies.
No.
I could
No.
luck.
+1 skill because of prayer.
true. It
Target
is
number 13.
Exactly a success.
It is exactly a success.
Yeah, but shocking. Oh, and it just happens. It's a 6x6 yard meter area in front of me. Anyone in it takes 1d6 plus my willpower penetrating damage, and they have to do a Constitution stamina check against my spell power, only to take 1d6 instead of the 1d6 plus willpower.
Okay, so they have to make a constitution check?
Stamina.
Stamina check.
Constitution stamina.
Okay.
Yeah.
The willpower is from me.
Oh, versus your willpower, your spell power. Yeah.
Yeah, he
My
fails.
spell power.
He fails. I've rolled
Yeah.
twice. Both times gave me 2 stunt die. If I had succeeded, but I failed miserably both times. Did I get a 6 both times?
I only see the one roll, but
Oh, last time
Alright,
I
so-
rolled 5. I had a +3. So.
oh, okay. Yeah.
6 plus 4. So he takes 8 more points of damage.
So you blast him with the shock as he's clearly getting ready to, and it's one of those things where you just do the electric jolt. Just
Well, the
as
way
he-
this one is since it's an area, what he does is he laces his hand together, and you can see it's like a Tesla coil as his hands come together, and it starts darkening, and he just runs his hands out, and it just goes out in an area, almost like a net for a split second of bright light, and then it dissipates.
That happens just as he starts to get like a little spark of light coming up in the air that's supposed to like, exponentially get brighter, like very, very, very quickly. Just that spark goes up there and gets to the point where it's about as bright as like a large candle or something like that, right? All of a sudden, you hit him with the electricity and he's lying there on the ground twitching. Technically, he might not be dead.
Can I do some kind of heal check? I think there's a heal in this.
I have a heal spell.
There is actually.
I don't.
Spell as well. Hold on.
There's heal. You can provide quick first aid on an injured
healing.
ally,
Yeah.
but that's
I mean-
in combat.
Healing is an intelligence focus. I don't know if that applies where you could maybe stabilize him with healing.
Yeah, I just want to try to stabilize him. I don't want to try to bring him back. I want to keep, if he's able to be knocked out, I want to keep him knocked out for my safety. Can I do that?
Roll the check.
So it's just straight intelligence.
Intelligence, yeah.
Okay.
As an 18 total with Prayer of the Martyr included. So, yep, you are able to, it's one of those things where his life signs are thin. They are fading. But you are able to, funny enough, give him a little and shock him back to...
Clear.
Yeah. and get him going again.
Nice.
It's just his hands.
Well, I imagine it's even like a little, because magic's so powerful. I imagine it's almost like a rub the two fingers together, and then it's kind of like a zzz right over the heart, just like a, you know, and so he's literally like stays unconscious, but you can see him breathing now.
I mean, I don't know. I want to try, like, if he's wearing like some kind of robe, I want to like just pull his arms at like the sleeves out of it so that it's loose, and then kind of wrap it around him, just to, because I don't have rope.
Of course,
on me,
yeah.
Just to try to do like a basic secure on him, and then I'm gonna just be like, Oscar.
What time is it, by the way?
It was.
You're at the wagon.
No, well, I was at the inn.
He's at the inn, sharpening his
Oh.
spear.
But I was gonna be. But this is the thing. I was also gonna be walking back fairly early, because when does the moon rise? That's because
It was midnight, she said, when it was in the air.
Well, when the moon is the highest, which technically is like usually 11:30 p.m. ish, but I was more just curious about like what time it actually is now, because he would head out early, not early, but early enough to check in with Laszlo as well. But
So it's one of those things where your character might be just leaving the inn now, but you know, it's you still got a bit of way to go there.
that's kind of what I figured would be the case, because
But
I'm
if
thinking it's
I-
like 10 p.m. maybe.
Yeah, like later, but not quite. Not quite. You're not quite there yet. But Josh, just to get back to you, because obviously you look around like Oscar, roll me a perception check, and you're easily able to like pull his arms through his sleeves and use it like a quick little straitjacket and do like a loose little tie, just something to give you like an extra couple seconds if you needed to in a moment. So 10 total with your luck check. Did you want to perception check? Did you want to luck die that or no?
No.
Okay. So you notice that there are people around that are looking at you and have no idea what you're doing.
Is he still invisible? He's still invisible.
All right, I'll stand up and try to keep my back to them. I'll lower the goggles, and I'll just go. I dropped something. Yeah, and I'm just gonna start walking away.
roll a communications check on that one for your lie.
Yeah. Oh. 14.
15 again. Remember, you said that plus 1 for
15.
the scene. So 15 total. That's a hard check. I dropped something right after you just did a huge electrical jolt and some more arcs of electricity. Not very people aren't convinced by what it is that you said. It's one of those. They're like, but you definitely just start like grabbing the body and dragging it. So you start acting funny. How are you dragging the body away? What do you?
He's invisible. I'm gonna leave him there.
Oh, okay. So you just leave him there.
And I'm just gonna walk down the alleyway and then run towards. As soon as I get around the corner and start running towards the end to see if I can find Oscar, because Oscar can easily scare this dude. I probably couldn't.
So you make your way over to Oscar. Oscar literally just kind of come out of the end. It's one of those things where he was maybe even thinking about doing a jog over that way, just deciding whether or not that would alert guards unnecessarily or if it'd be a good little evening jog. So he's probably just finishing stretching his quads as you see him and you come rushing up.
Oh, Laszlo.
Come.
Okay.
I took down a wizard.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Where?
He's invisible.
By the
we don't
store?
have much time.
By the store.
Just go.
By the store. Yes or no?
I led him away. He led me away. I don't know how far we were from the store.
Near enough, probably.
Yeah, you'd be able to navigate your way back there.
Yeah. I could show you.
Okay. I'm gonna pick Laszlo up and we're gonna jog.
Okay. When do you pick him up?
Yeah.
Laszlo, you okay with that?
I'm tired. Yes. I don't run.
Oscar literally, because he's got the bigger shield on his back right now. He's gonna put
a
him back on.
250-year-old peacekeeper of that caliber. He's okay with that. I'm fine with you being okay with that.
Look, I have no issues with being.
Are you like a Minpin? Like you think that you're like this big
nice
tough,
to be the
but like
princess
it's also nice to
sometimes.
be carried. Okay.
First of all, Oscar's actually throwing him on shoulders because the shield is actually up enough that he's got a little bit of a seat currently on his shoulders because the shield goes up to just behind his head presently.
I hope Laszlo does what my daughter does when I put her on my shoulders. He's like walking and trying to make me
Grab the
jog
eyes.
with her, and then goes, "Excuse me, I tooted."
Yeah.
I mean,
Look, I'm gonna be.
it was
bouncing, it'll
scary.
happen,
It was
whatever.
scary. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
all right.
so I'm gonna run. So stamina. 'Cause
So
this
can we
is-
get an image of Oscar as a min pin or some other equally pathetic animal, maybe a pug, probably more accurately a pug, with Josh's face on it? Can we get that for our new image to submit for the cast? That'd be great. I'd appreciate
No,
that.
that's a good skill. That's a good skill.
Yeah.
All right. Stamina check.
Stamina. Yes, stamina check. No, to run is actually there's actually
So
specifically.
there's,
It was
it's a
Constitution,
matter of
wasn't it?
distance. It's a matter of distance. So is this long enough that it's a
Oh
constitution?
no, it's speed. It's speed on this one more than
On
because
this
it's
one,
not that
so that's
far.
Oh,
just
so that's
strength,
strength, yeah.
Strength.
It's far, but not like far.
I mean, it was far enough that I could make it. It was close enough that I could make it.
So degrees of success, you make your way there quickly. For that one, you make your way there nice and quick. And when you get there, it's one of those things where you actually see that there's two people that are on the ground in front of where that is, and they literally crouch down on over
going
where
right
you had
there.
left. Yeah.
Going right there. I immediately, as soon as I see two people crouched down, I'm gonna come in there and just say, "Make way, please."
So as you're making your way over there, you can literally roll a perception. Both of you can to hear things.
I'm gonna. Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's a fucking perception.
18 with 6 stunt points.
Jesus.
19 with 5 stunt points. All right. Well,
Okay. You don't necessarily need to use a stunt for anything for
Yeah.
this one. It's just you guys hear everything that they say.
Yeah.
So one of them's like, "I don't know, should you be touching it?" And the other one's like, "No, this is definitely a person. I can feel the nose and the eyes. There's a it's a boy."
Oscar comes up and is just
So firm.
clear. Please now, just step away.
They look up at you as you're saying that, and they're like, and so the guy immediately stands up and steps away, and the girl's like, "Who are you?"
Oscar just gives a firm look and then reaches down where the guy was.
Intimidation check.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not even
Can I-
trying to intimidate. It's literally
Can I
just,
even
I'm
aid
literally
them?
gonna go down and pick up where he was patting down. I'm just gonna pick the invisible guy up and walk away.
With him on your back.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'll get
I'm
off.
Carrying,
I'll get
I'm
off.
No, I'm carrying both of you. I don't give a shit. It's
I-
fine.
He's not that much slower than you.
And also, that's the intimidation. It's 13, whatever. Like, I'm not even trying to be that intimidating at this point, but it's mostly just.
It's a
I'm
commoner.
picking up-
13's pretty intimidating.
Well, I mean, to be fair, are they the ones that saw me do the electrical damage and then they see him just be on
Carry,
his back?
like my
Just
child.
like,
So you like so what did you just give like a look after you said the line that you had said?
Just
And-
give a look, and then I just pick up the invisible being.
Yep.
I feel for clothes, pick up the invisible being, put it under my arm, and I just turn and I walk away.
Okay. And they're literally watching after this, and the two of them like leaning towards each other again. Oscar, not Oscar. Laszlo, you're able to kind of like turn more of a keen ear towards it because you're apparently getting
Can I
piggybacked. So
say
you're late. You can in 1 second. You are very laden, just so you know, because you have
Mm-hmm.
him on your shoulders, and he's not light. Gnomes aren't
I'm
super
walking.
light. He has all of his equipment, and you get this dude here. What do you say, Josh?
I want to get off his back without
Oh, you
being too
can.
comical.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll be like, the damn animal just got away. Take it back. And then I'm gonna go look on the ground because I know he put his wand down.
Oh, so you're just gonna start like feeling around?
Yeah. and
Oh,
I'll say, "The damn-"
actually, you rolled so high with all those stunt dice. I just say, you see where it is.
All right, I'm just gonna pick
You
it
have to
up.
lift up your goggles, but you'd be able to see where it is.
All right, I will. And I'll just grab that and goes, and I'll just say it like I'm saying it to Oscar. He's like, the damn animal just got right away from me. And then just leave. Don't try to explain anything more.
Oscar doesn't question. He knows what he's still holding on to. That's fine.
Okay, and so you said to the people, I just one last check for you guys to get out of here.
Yep.
That's another lie.
It's communication. Phew.
Roll luck on this.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely roll luck on this.
Okay.
11, 12 with prayer. If it's still active, I don't know if it is.
You went and left the scene, so prayer is
Yeah.
over. So there's an 11 total. You do technically have one stunt, We'll worry about that afterwards. So you say the thing, it's an animal, and you scoop down and you just like grab the thing and walk off, and you start walking back the other way, like you said. Laszlo, keeps the pace with you. Maybe has to struggle a little bit to keep up.
Just a note, I am taking an alternate route. We are going to essentially make it look like we're going in the opposite direction from the tavern.
Okay.
So do like a loop.
I'm doing a loop.
Yeah.
I'm doing 100%. I'm doing a loop, and if there is a location where I can quickly change clothing, because I do have my pack on me, so I'm just gonna try and throw a cloak over my stuff and make me look a little different.
Sure. Just change cloak or whatever it is. Yeah, that's fine.
Basically, doing basic distraction tactics to make it seem like I'm not the same person who was over there, walking now back to the tavern.
Yeah, you take a different road and whatnot as well. That's not a big deal.
Exactly.
Doxy, last time we had seen you, you were actually having a night out with the girls, and
Yeah.
found out about like
I forget her name.
Me too. It's like Bridget. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Reg.
Let's think about.
Go get some dick.
Actually, I just downloaded and played Monster Hunter for the first time last night, and I actually made a female character because I almost always play dudes. I almost never play women. But when I clicked the default face, like the default one, she was so stunningly beautiful. I was like, I am going to play that girl because she's like wicked hot. Usually I'm just like, I play a dude, and I tease. Like I've literally played Star Wars. Pretty much everybody in this community, and they all played women. I tease them for it. But she was so beautiful, I had to play that woman. And I gave her a classic woman's name. I named her Naghite. So we can just say that that's this woman's name. Yeah.
There you go.
So
That was an expertly crafted joke. That was really
Well
good.
done.
except I actually did name it Naghite. Corona. So her name's Naghite. Just call her Nag. Hey, Naggy.
Oh, so our girl's name is Naghite then too?
Yeah, her name's Naggy.
Okay.
So go ahead.
She was leading me to boys.
So yeah, she was to was it
Soldiers.
the soldier boy?
I'm pretty sure.
Soldier boy, come on. We should get for every time that we say soldier boy, because of all the campaigns and how often we say it, we should have a clip with like all the different casts doing the soldier boy.
Aw,
bits.
that would be cute.
Like spliced together. Dean, can you make it happen? No. So moving on. She was bringing you to where the soldiers are, so you can go, and she is easily able to bring you there. Now, Doxy, I'm not even going to make you roll. I mean, your modifier for trying to flirt with these gentlemen, and the fact that you are an extremely attractive girl for these thirsty boys and whatnot,
Scott?
you don't even have to roll. You just succeed. So you're definitely going to be able to spend time with them. There's no question about that. However, trying to glean information from them throughout the evening, that's going to be a different thing. You're going to have to try to do that while, do you participate in more amorous activities?
I will find the hottest one because that's her weakness. She likes beautiful things. Sit next to him and say, now, who's in the mood for a tumbler and a tumble?
I just realized that this character is literally Doxy exaggerated.
Yeah, dude.
Like
Okay,
it's
you
not,
think
it's
that-
not, it's not like
Oh, you just realized that?
no. I knew it was like Doxy's playing a character, but this character is Doxy exaggerated. Doxy's like if it's my dream job just to have like prime dick and make a lot of money doing it. Prime like top tier. That's my dream job. Doxy,
If I felt like it
You
and
can-
get paid for it, are you kidding me?
you choose the dick. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, Doxy, those are dreams that you could aspire towards and make happen. I have faith in you, Doxy.
It's still illegal, so.
Not in most of Nevada.
Do you think that's where Prime Dick resides?
No, absolutely not.
All right.
That's a very fair point.
Nevada, you have some delicious dick. Don't worry. Yes. So you what was I saying? I'm sorry. You spend time with whoever this person is.
I'm trying to get them drunk.
Of course, and again,
in a group though.
Yeah. And you can easily get the party going and whatnot in this situation because again, you are literally looking for people that are looking for you. There's no checks or anything that are involved. You easily succeed and definitely are able to. I want that one. And when the most attractive one has the most attractive one, say you, yeah. That there's no question. It just easily comes together for you. And the evening, it goes extremely well. You have fun, you're chatting, and oh my god, and how long you here for, and all the basic information. Again, you're easily able to glean out of them. However,
I would look to him, and like there's a party raging on around us, and I'd be like, tell me war stories.
So specifically, just to take this to the meta, specifically, what are you hoping to glean from them, and more importantly,
Where they get their magic from?
Are you trying to be subtle because they don't know who you are? You know who they are.
Definitely trying to be subtle. Yes.
Okay, and then
I'm trying to coax information out of them without making it look like I'm asking for it.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. And then lastly, do you make it known that you are a diamond, or are you still Tamarin, or whatever your name was?
I'm just a cute girl named Luthera.
Luthera, that's her name. So is this like a name you've used for a character in the past? Because you are always on point with it.
It's just a name that I really love. It was one that we were gonna do together. Remember the nun? Yeah.
Wait, nun?
Yeah. Or like she was raised by priests because she didn't have parents.
Which
I
campaign
totally
was it?
want to see Doxy cosplay a nun now. Just saying.
Actually,
Actually,
hold on. Classic nun or sexy nun? Like Sister Act or like my sister?
I mean, that's up to Doxy.
And Doxy, an important point of clarification: is she a sister or is she a nun? Because they are different.
I genuinely am so not religious that all
right, that's it. Flying nun.
If
We're
I
doing flying nun, the big
Flying
thing
nun.
now.
There you go.
Let's go.
Problem solved.
Josh,
I avoid churches out of respect.
Yeah. What was that? I'm hotter than a whore in church. I love that line. It's one of my favorite lines. My mom says it all the time. So anyways, you do you let them know that you're a diamond, and you said no?
Yes.
So you're trying to be very discreet. Do me a favor, and we're of course going to RP, no question. But do me a favor and roll me your communications check on this situation that you're kind of like finding yourself in after you've already gotten to them, trying to pull the info out.
Communication, you said?
Yeah, because I don't know if you have any focuses that give you like a bonus on this. And
I have persuasion and bargaining. But I just didn't know whether you asked me intelligence or communication.
I'm so sorry. Didn't you roll stunts last time to help aid you in this, or was that particularly for the girls?
I honestly do not remember.
When you give
I thought it was like sway the crowd or something like that.
Sway the crowd.
That was that's specifically for the girls.
Yeah.
Doxy, when you give yourself those temporary focuses, you put an asterisk or something next to them, right? To remember to delete them later on.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any asterisk things right now?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Then just roll your communications check, and may the force be with you.
Thank you.
Always. Would you like to luck die that?
How many?
Would you like me to luck die that, gentleman?
How many we got?
You still have 4.
4? Hell yeah.
I mean, intel matters.
Intel
right?
is great. I'm all for it.
Oh, that was so close to being a 1.
It was. But it wasn't.
Yeah, the way it like played with that wall over there.
I am very happy about it.
So
Best humping I've seen all day.
So you were actually able to get this boy talking. You know what I mean? Not just him, but like they're all kind of like sharing stories and whatnot.
I want to try to get them to brag and boast.
Hi, Jake. You think you're hiding in chat, but we see you.
Respect the lurk, fucker.
Yeah, no. It's Jake. I don't have to. Anyways, so what did you say one more time?
So I would be trying to get them to be boastful. So I'd be like, so wait, you beat the large one, but you beat the fast one?
Okay, so
Which is the more impressive feat?
You get them chatting and so on and so forth and talking about these things. But specifically, you're trying to get them to talk about like where they get their magic from. So one of them...
I'm leading them there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's weird. Music got weird for a second. So specifically when you are trying to get them to talk about the magic, they actually do. So you kind of like they do the boastfulness, they do all that fun stuff, But then you get them saying like, so wait, where exactly did you learn this, or the line that kind of like leads into the magical bit. Okay, if you want to feed me that line, sorry, Docs.
But you've never beaten anybody with like magic or anything.
And one of them is kind of like with magic. Oh, I'll have you know, I am a master of magic. This is not the one that you're like sitting on the
You
lap of. This is
know
another one.
magic.
And the other one's like,
I would scoot closer to that one.
no, as you get up, the literally, and it wasn't necessarily meant to be like a wrap an arm around you. It was almost like they kind of like shift in such a way that almost like makes you fall back. And like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You are not a master of magic. You just know how to waggle a wand.
Who teaches you magic?
He's like, we all have to learn it. It's part of our, it's part of the initiation, part of our training.
You have wands and scrolls.
And he's like, yeah, like, almost like dismissively to you as he's like looking at the other guy who's clearly was trying to one up him.
Yeah.
I'm
just gonna shut up and listen for a little bit now.
So he says this to you dismissively while clearly giving that guy a cross look, like, buddy, back off. So he's like, yeah. It's part of our training. It's literally, we all have to learn how to handle this stuff, and we train together for some time and get to know each other pretty well.
And that's where conversation halts.
For that particular line. Mm-hmm.
So I would look back at the dude whose lap I just fell into, the original hot one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And be like, so you're better then.
He goes, I was, of course. Oh, sorry. Let me 1 second. Because I suck at memorizing words. Everybody knows this who knows me. He goes, considering I'm the battle tactician, yeah, I'm the best one. And somebody else from across the room chimes in, fuck you. He's like,
we're in Boston. Okay.
The wild lands of Boston. Renowned as the capital of sass from the east of Aurorum.
That is literally how me and my friends would react to one another. Like we're talking from like out of earshot. You hear "fuck you." Like, how did you even hear that? Anyways, he hauls that across the from where he is, and he's like, "You may be in charge, but you ain't the best one. The only one you know how to waggle is." And then kind of like, it's one of those things he kind of trails off at that point as he shoots like a stare
I'd
back
lean
at the
into
other
him
one.
and be like, I do hope he's right.
I do hope he's right about what? Sorry, Docs. Sorry, missed the
Him being
waggling.
able to waggle a particular
Oh,
wand.
yeah. He'll actually give you kind of like a, like a look, like, yeah, I do. Not what he was referring to, but like the way you're, yeah.
Very smooth, gentlemen. Very smooth.
Can you show me? Not that one, but it would be terribly exciting to see some actual magic.
So you say that, and he actually starts to reach into his pants to grab the wands, but not actually the way that you're thinking, phrasing it that way. It's actually down by his left leg. He starts reaching down, and there's like a little small pocket there. He starts to produce it. And you actually, as he does that, somebody that's sitting nearby kind of actually quickly gets up and comes over and rests a hand on his shoulder and kind of like leans in and whispers something. You're close enough. You can easily hear what he says. And he says, Bat Tack, remember where we are. And he's like, what? Oh, you wanted to see some magic happen. I can take you back to my room. And then with that, there's like some chuckles around and the girls giggling and whatnot.
Where's my friend? Where's Bridget?
Naggy.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Naggy. She's also with like another guy flirting as well.
Okay, I just want to make sure that she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did like lead her into a lion's den.
Yeah. She brought you here. Let's be clear.
Fair enough. Does it seem like she's a stranger to these men, or was
she like knew one guy's name?
Largely celebrated, so to speak.
No. She knew one guy's name. He definitely had that look like we know each other, and then very quickly everybody knew who all of you were.
Okay.
So,
all right.
It's like, Steve. Oh, hey, Steve. And Steve's like, who's that dude? Who cares? Hey, come on in. And then kind of like things progress from there.
All right.
Typical Halloween party.
Chris Ellen will be like, you will show me, right? In private?
He's like, yeah. You know that he means yeah, but he also means yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
She'll be like, gentlemen, it was a pleasure to meet you. And stand up.
Okay. And I imagine it's one of those, like, you stand up and almost, like, gesture lead, whatever it is. Or he gets
I
the
don't
hands.
even gesture. He better know to get up and to take
exactly.
my hand.
And so he's just kind of, like, gives that look around the room. Gentlemen. And stands up and puts, like, an arm around the shoulder and starts, like, walking off with you. You know what I mean? But as you go, Nagy's like, hold on. Fake name again is...
Bridget?
No, your fake name.
No.
Oh, Luthira.
Lucy. Lucy.
You'll be okay for an hour, right?
I'm not coming with you? And he's like, I don't mind.
Oh, sure.
And she gets up and she starts like leading the other guy over as well. And
whoa.
Orgy time.
and he's like, nah. And you're like, no. And she's like, oh, well. And then she comes off with you guys because that was the discussion from last session. And he's like, oh. And then the two of you kind of go off with this dude. You find your way to tavern room, whatever the case may be. And the big question, because we need to get into the nitty gritty, is details. Sorry, do you try to glean more details like before,
absolutely.
during, after?
She'll be like, for everything you show me, I'll show you something. And then like a soft kiss on Nagy's lips.
Do me a favor. Roll
And then
me
look
a
in his
communications.
Sure.
Sorry, 1 second. Things are being weird over here. All right, so with your communication check of a 15, which is a beautiful roll, and again, degrees of success thing over there. You, it's one of those things where you go to give the soft kiss, and she's just, she places like a hand on your thigh, and she's just like, anything, or it's like exact. She says times 2 or twice fold or something like that to kind of like really entice him. And he's like, all right, and he gets the point. Again, you got the point across to the communications check, and so he actually will draw out the wand. And with the wand, he does something really small at first, where he takes the wand, and we all have done this with a sparkler before, right? You take a sparkler and you do like figure 8s and stuff like that, and it does like cute little like ha 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 parlor tricks. And so that kind of gets started, and you're like, you know, it's almost one of those, oh, you're getting me hot. And so like as you two are kind of like putting on whatever Billy Madison performance, whatever you're doing over there. He actually ends up using this thing to like make like little images, and he's like, "What's your name?" and like literally spells out your name in the air. But instead of being one of those things where
he's sweet a little bit.
it's instead of having it like just be something that trails behind for like fractions of a second, it's one of those things where by the time he finishes spelling the end of Luthira, and he spells it correctly, so he's also not dumb. By the time he's done spelling Luthira, listen, real life, I don't know how to spell Luthira. Don't worry about it.
Luthera. Luther with an A at the end. Luthera.
Actually, I would have spelled it that way. Ha.
Yeah.
So anyways, you by the time he finishes spelling it, the first letters start kind of like crumbling and falling apart in like a cool little, if you ever watch any Russian films with like subtitles, they always do really cool shit with subtitles. With modern Russian films, it's super cool. It does like this like really cool like falling off, tumbling away, so each one of the letters has this like dispersing effect that's slightly different and has like a niftiness to it. But once again, as you're kind of like enticing him to do more and more, you can actually see he starts like getting little bits of flares and magic, and starts doing things like pyrotechnics and whatnot inside there, where things actually are getting a bit more extreme. But roll me an arcane lore check. If you don't have it, then just an intelligence check.
Okay. That makes me a little bit more comfortable.
What? I am not a Russian bot. I am very real American. So anyways, 19? Jesus, Doxy, how do you're... Doxy is equally amazing in-game as she is out of game. Confirmed.
You stop it.
I've seen all your RPGs. You suck in none of them. Okay? There has to be a root source to this.
That is super not true. I have terrible luck in a lot of RPGs.
Okay, when Mathis is the GM, sure, but that's only because he like likes to dangle grapes in front of you and only that you have the rotten ones. So anyways, you you actually realize as he's doing more of these little parlor tricks and whatnot, you understands other types of magic, like not Laszlo's magic, but you understand,
This is like parlor magic.
Yeah, this is parlor magic, but most importantly, it leans towards what the Arcane Congress would call evocation, more than anything else. It leans.
So it's
heavily,
obviously Arcane Congress magic.
very obviously Arcane Congress magic, and very obviously specifically evocation. Magic
Okay.
that's meant to be more eruptive. Evocation
to know
technically means
that.
making something from nothing. Technically, is what evocate like. But it's more explosive, more eruptive. This is where you get balls of fire and stuff like that from.
Okay, and I would say, now, for the main event, I would so desperately love to see a scroll. You don't have to use it. I've just never seen one.
Technically lying on this one. Everything else, like, no problem. Technically lying on this one, roll me another communications. He's drunk, so the DC is not very high. But she's doxy, and she adds a flirt on there. So
Yes, she does.
So it's one of those things where, like, I love to see a scroll lay like a heavy kiss
She
on
like
him.
brushes her fingers against his fly for the flirt.
They don't have flies, Doxy. It's the past.
Okay, where his fly would be then.
Hell.
I'm trying to not be lewd,
Yeah,
but
no,
be descriptive of what's going on.
Do you need to watch the old VODs?
No, I was there.
Okay. Try not to be okay.
I'm trying.
So you make all the boys in this channel blush. So except for Anno, but he's a terrible person. So you you say that, and it's one of those things where he starts to second guess for a second, but as you like entice him further, he's like, all right. He goes over and he places the wand on the bureau. By the way, you do get the impression. My apologies, arcane lore before. It's all evocation, but it seems like the wand is the source of power, not him. That's another big thing I meant to say with your intelligence check before. So he goes over to a drawer and he actually opens up the drawer. And after he's done like opening the drawer, you can see he kind of like reaches his hand along the side and he hits like a little latch or whatever it is and finishes pulling the drawer the rest of the way out, and then flips it upside down, and underneath is like a little bit of like a catch, and opens the bottom of the drawer open, and there's actually a few scrolls inside of it.
Are they? What do they do?
He's like, all depends on the situation. You see,
Do they kill bad guys?
oh, that's what. And he gestures towards the wand. He's like, this is for slaying the men, and he grabs his crotch. He's like, this is for the ladies. It's for slaying the ladies.
I love this guy. I love him.
So he holds up the first scroll and he starts reading it, but it's one of those things where he's reading it. It takes him a couple seconds to like realize what it does. Again, he's drunk. He's not actually a caster. He just knows how to read the scrolls and whatnot. So he's kind of like takes a moment, like kind of like wording out some words or whatever it is. You can even see as he's wording out the words, he's almost accidentally getting the scroll to like, because you can see the runes are starting to glow a little bit.
Light up. Oh,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
But as he does that, he's yeah, it does that. It's it clearly did not mean for that to happen.
Yeah.
And
I'll let him think he played it off. And I'll say, what does it do?
So he says specifically, he's like, this scroll right here, let's just say that if we need to get away, it covers our tracks.
Amazing.
He's like, I got a few different kinds in here, my favorite one, and he gestures towards the one at the bottom. He's like, yeah, this one makes a wall that's not really there. It's pretty good.
Like a barrier, like a shield.
No, it's a shield for stupid people. You see, what it is like, if we're trying to get a bunch of people somewhere, right? But you don't want people to know that you're there. I mean, when you go walking through a town, do you really know how wide a street is? Do you really pay attention to how big a building is? No, of course you don't, because who gives a fuck, right?
No, never. I never need to know anything like that ever.
He's like, but what we're doing is if we're going to a spot and we need to like stake it out, I just put up a wall that's not really there, that you can just walk through, but people just walk by it because they're not thinking anything about it. And if someone's stupid enough to like lean on it and fall through, no big deal. We just kill them and like leave him on the ground or knock him out.
She'll like fan herself. And then she'll walk her fingers up his chest slowly and be like, if I wanted to get one of these to take home with me, where would it go?
It's funny because as you're doing that, Nagy is kind of like she's literally like taking off her top and like her head's kind of like stuck in it or whatever because she's also pretty drunk and she's like, I'm bored. Can we get like started? And like trying to pull her top off of her and eventually like, pulls her head out almost with a.
Very soon, Nagy. Very soon. I am almost ready myself.
He says, I can't, honestly, I probably
I'll
said
kiss his neck.
Much, as it is. I can't, you ever see a shroom?
You mean like a mushroom?
Yeah.
A fungus?
But like, those big dumb ones that can talk?
No. I haven't.
And he kind of pulls back for a second. He's like, I can't say anything. So, you're not going to say anything.
Of course.
Communication check.
Can I change what I just said? Instead of course, can I say, word of this will never reach your commander. Still communications?
Yep.
Damn, okay.
What were we hoping for?
I was hoping to, like, use clever words to both soothe him and not break promises or lie.
I mean, that is still kind of communication.
Oh, no, you're still trying to convince him. Not about
Okay.
lying. This one's just trying to convince him.
Do you guys want me to luck it or no?
Well, wouldn't that be persuasion?
Isn't that persuasion?
Oh, that is persuasion.
Yeah.
Roll or
So you
just
have-
add the two?
Technically, you're supposed to re-roll every time.
I'll reroll.
everything.
Reroll.
Nice.
It's not that good, anyways. See?
Oh!
That's all.
No luck.
No luck. You don't need the luck.
You know what?
Foxy.
Luck it. Just
You
to
know what?
fucking
Yeah, why
salt
not?
it. Salt the earth.
Salt the earth.
Oh my god. Over the course of what he says now, some information you get out of him as you're like, after everything is done and whatnot, and she like passes out because she's drunk or whatever, and you guys,
No, after I get the information out of him, I'll be like, you two start. I'll be back. And
Oh,
then I would
okay.
just
Never mind.
leave
Never mind.
out.
Let me change my narrative. Okay. So 20. So the continue with the RP. Then he goes, all right. So we were trained by a couple of gnomes. The Congress. They train us in groups, and after they train us, they send us to certain places to handle things. Like we do. Right? And while we're there, we usually have like a place that we'll go and we'll purchase our stuff from them, but it's like not really purchasing because it's issued to us. And so we'll get it from there. It's usually a place that, the Congress has by the... So we'll go and they get dropped off the goods. We pick up the goods. They get paid well enough to keep quiet. And yeah, we get what we need.
And if I wanted to go and get one to take home with me while I'm thinking of you on my lonely nights.
Oh, those things, they're not supposed to give out the stuff issued to us to just anybody. They're supposed to give them just to us. That's just how it is, because we're that important, They give it just to us. And,
Yes, you are.
And that's just kind of, how we do things. They shouldn't be giving them to anybody else, at least.
If I wanted to attempt. If I wanted to accidentally come across one of these small men from the Arcane Congress, where would I go?
I mean, the ones that trained us, they ain't nowhere around here. They're occasionally I'll see them over near the
I
front.
don't need to be trained. I just want to scroll.
He nods. Says, well, you mean where you pick one up then? There's a shop in town. Some shroom man, woman, whatever it is, has them there. That's who has them from us. But honestly,
And they have ones like, and she points to the drawer.
yeah, that's where we get them from. He's like, but you play your cards right, you can have one of these.
Fuck. Okay, she stays and fucks him.
That was all he needed to say.
Well, to come back empty-handed when she could have had a scroll.
Plus, he might be good in bed.
He's also hot.
There you go.
Rolls are really expensive, so
Yeah.
yeah.
This is several $1,000s. Very worthwhile.
She wouldn't do it if she didn't want to already anyway.
Yeah.
So he grabs up a scroll. Sorry, you guys have your endeavor. And
Hold on.
Yeah, roll it.
It's a pretty alright.
I was hoping she'd roll poor.
No, don't look at that screen.
Not
Don't look
poorly.
at that screen, Scott. Oh no. No, Anno.
So anyways, yeah, so it's one of those things where you have a good time with him or whatever. And you actually you have a good time with him. The whole thing goes well. Like I said, she kind of just passes out most of the way through, if not right around the end or whatever, just because she's intoxicated or whatever. But you have your good fun. When everything's said and done, it's almost one of those things where he, of course, because of your endeavors, totally forgot about it. With a small prompting or reminder, he's like, oh, yeah. Got to be a man of your word, right? And so, like, buck-ass naked, he gets up and goes over towards the drawer that's still open, upside...
She tilts her head to appreciate the goods.
Open upside down with the flap open to it or whatever. And he goes over and he starts grabbing up the pack of scrolls to, like, have his, the one that he wants, like, to kind of pull it out of the ones that are there to hand it to you. But literally, as he's over there and, like, holding them up and kind of leafing through it, all of a sudden the door to the room opens up. And you see a Paradel soldier standing there.
She'll scream and cover herself.
They don't even react to that to the slightest.
Fuck, really? Okay.
Looking at them very clearly, you can see, because again, officers, piss-ons, like this guy is technically an officer, you know what I mean? So you would be able to tell rank by looking at them, but if you just saw like a enlistment rank kind of soldier or whatever, what are they called? Sorry. They're called Inclame soldiers. You wouldn't really give a shit about them, so you don't really know their ranks. Because you don't spend time in Paradel. Could you do me a favor and... no, don't do anything, sorry. You can clearly tell this man is a BC or a Battle Centaurian. This is someone that's clearly 2 ranks above the guy that we're just having an endeavor with. He bursts in the room and you screech or whatever. And he looks at you, then looks over at him, looks at the scrolls in his hands and says, "Soldier, come here now and bring your goods." And speaking to another officer, but the guy's like, oh fuck. Like you can see that like sobering moment on his face as he's like, oh fuck, looks back across the room and look back to him, and he just like freezes for a second, and the commanding officer says once again, "I said now." And
I would stand up and say, "Sir, there's no need. I will go. I will take my friend and I will go."
He steps out of the way.
I will put on my clothing very awkwardly.
Yep, he does. He of course lets you spend your time, but he doesn't shut the door and doesn't leave the room. He's not staring at you either. He's not like being a creeper. Right. But it's definitely one of those. Occasionally, we'll toss a glance over there. The facial expression says, "Why aren't you done yet?" You know what I mean? Especially since she's like still drunk and like, "What? Huh?" And she's doing that whole like half asleep, getting clothing on sort of a thing. And you're like, "Oh my god, I wish I was not babysitting right now." Mm-hmm. And eventually you're able to get your stuff together and start going to leave the room. Do you just leave the room?
I will.
No, he's right there. You're a taxi.
Hi. Hey. Nice to meet you. First time.
I'll say to the other soldier, "Thank you so much for looking for my necklace. If you find it, I'm staying at the inn."
So you say that as you are leaving the room. So you say that to him or whatever, and then you go to leave the room. Do you use any like physical interaction with that guy, or you keep your distance and don't want to push your luck?
A touch to the shoulder for the dude that I just lied about the necklace to try to give him some sort of excuse for.
So as you go to leave, so you're kind of like leading your friend out, the one that was silently waiting for you to leave the room, the whole thing was super awkward and silent, neither of them saying anything, as you're quietly, no, you're this leg. Oh, what the fuck? So anyways, as you go to leave, the one that bursts through the door says to you, I'll remember your face. Let's hope that doesn't matter.
Charmed. And leave.
And you go to walk out. Do me one more favor. This is one more communications check for the lie, for your simply everything you kind of just played off. Come off as just like, I'm just a girl.
Yeah.
Which goes very well. So you land that pretty darn well. Whether or not it works, who knows? But unless you want to luck it. 16 is pretty solid. I don't know how well you want to cover your tracks.
What do you think, gentlemen?
Look at your luck dice by opening your hand.
We have 3.
Look at your group supplies.
6. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Is that accurate?
It is. I keep adjusting as people.
Okay.
I just adjusted 18. To a 5. So you have 18 total, and so yeah, you have your little interaction, and then you leave.
And then I would find out where Nagy was staying, and I would take her home and head back to the inn. Yeah, she lives here. She brings her to her house or whatever, and then you head back to the inn. You boys eventually made your way, I believe, back to the inn. Was where your plan was?
I'm following Oscar. We haven't really talked about it because everything's going on really quick, but I'm assuming that's where he's going.
We're going back to the inn. We're just taking that roundabout way, making sure that no one is looking where we're going or where we're coming from. Basically, like, trying to cover tracks as much as possible.
Sorry. So the fun thing is, you spend so much time trying to cover your tracks, doing this, going around about there, blah, 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 blah.
Maybe grabbing a croissant,
That because of that, you're no longer carrying an invisible parcel.
Mm-hmm.
You now have a body.
That's why I put the cloak on, and I'm covering him with the cloak as much as possible, so it looks like I'm carrying a parcel underneath my cloak.
If you put it on your back, you can walk.
I mean, it's one of those things where a body looks like a body, looks like a body, looks like a body.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you get the things to make it so that if somebody's far away, they might not notice, but if anybody's in close proximity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and we're just trying to keep distance as much as possible from people and kind of maneuver down streets so that we're not being super close to people. It's later at night, so hoping there are less people on the street.
When the body becomes visible, I'll tell Oscar to let me go in front.
Sure.
And I'll just walk like a couple of meters in front of him just to keep an eye out. So if like there's big groups, I can tell him don't go around the corner, kind of thing.
Okay. So you how do you guys handle getting into the room with the fact that you've got a body, whether or not you're glancing first and whatnot? You're just trying to, because like when you go into the inn, like when you're in close proximity like that, it's nighttime. There's not many people on the street. Let's be serious. Mm-hmm. So that's not a concern. With that angle that you said, you don't even have to roll a check. You could be smart about this. Is that super discreet? Maybe, maybe not. But nobody bothers you getting to the inn. How do you get yourself into the inn and into your room?
We could act like he's drunk, Oscar, like you're carrying him, or I'm helping him since he's smaller, and you helping us or something, and we're just helping him to the room.
I'll let you do the talking.
Oh, I wish Priscilla was here. All right.
You guys go walking in. By the way, somebody want to let Tyler know what happened yesterday, so that he's ready for it tomorrow. Somebody want to let Tyler know what transpired with Daddy's, because Tyler probably does no clue what happened. Somebody in chat wants to explain it to him. All right, so you go walking into the inn.
Just so you know, for logistics' sake, basically we're making it look like he's walking. Like I am helping. Like I am basically crouched down, helping guide him. We're
weekend at Burning.
We're weekend at Burning. Birdie, this guy.
So basically, he's just
his shoulder around Laszlo, and Oscar is basically just propping him up and kind of like walking him behind, like putting his hand on his back and and we're just walking him in like he's drunk.
Okay.
Just head straight to the room, not saying anything, not doing anything unless we have to. Like if someone's like, "Is he okay?" Then obviously I'll interact. But
so you go walking in with him, and again, as soon as you walk in, the person that's there keeping the inn this late at night, looks at you immediately and is like, "The hell's this?"
A friend of mine I met in the tavern, and he cannot hold his liquor. We're just gonna give him a place to lie for a little bit and then kick his butt to the curb.
Listen, you paid a room for 3 people. You paid for 3 rooms. You're gonna have to pay for a 4th.
What if he's only staying for a little bit? What about a half? And he could stay in my room.
How much is it a night usually? Like 5 silver or whatever it is. So
I just pay the 5 silver.
yeah, pay 5 additional, so a total of 2 gold you guys would have spent for the room for the night. And he says, and as you're kind of like
late at night.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. As this is going on, he's like, "Is he from the Congress?"
But I'll have to ask.
So kind of the whole thing goes over. Josh, you're gonna roll me a deception. He's clearly aiding you, giving you a +1. Oscars.
So 14.
14.
Okay, you comfortable with your 14s there?
Roll that luck. This is an important check. We can't
14's pretty good though.
Yeah, no. Look at the guidelines though, the DC guidelines. Like, look at where.
One more would be a hard.
Exactly.
Mind you,
we want to reach at least.
My tiers don't work perfectly like that, but yes,
they
more
do.
Is more.
Like even just for a guideline
All
right
right,
now, and
so
that's great. 'Cause that puts us at 17, which is formidable in the regular guidelines, and we'll see where Scott lands us. But that's pretty good.
So it's one of those things where he like, as you hand him the coin, he's like, "Huh," stamps like with like an ink stamper, where it is that he needs to stamp, and then just kind of says, "Enjoy your night."
Thank you. Also, do you do breakfast? Is that part of this for the cost?
It's an inn, not a tavern.
Just figured I'd ask.
And
Good night.
Racist. Every gnome knows each other. And
He never said that. So, so you make your way upstairs and into your room, where I imagine you guys start to. Oscar starts to like tie him up, get him all bound or whatever it is. And before we have that scene start with Chrysellen, who will be stumbling in sometime in the near future, why don't we take a quick break? Tyler showed up, so none of us really want to be here anymore, anyways. We all kind of need to take a shower. Yeah, see, Tyler showed up. All of a sudden, Doxy has to pee. We'll be back in just a
Because he's a
moment.
tall drink of water.
Ew.